call just for reference? Do not mind.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Because you know what? I feel like I don't have the time right now to. Can someone else just make sure you don't get any students in it, okay? Can someone else bring me their color wheel too, even if you've started on it already? Shafala, can I borrow yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to show you guys to make this easier on you. Get close. E.T. close. E.T. close. Awkwardly close. Awkwardly close. E.T. close.
Did you want to use this one?
Yeah. Okay. So Shafala already started on hers. So what she's doing is she already filled in the red. Okay. Are you videoing? Yes. Okay. Great. She already filled in the red, and then she started to fill in a little bit of the red orange. So anytime you're working with watercolor, and she did a great job too of outlining. It's nice and light. And this is a great job too. It's a little bit darker, but it's fine. Like that, we have the strips that's nice and clean, very clearly labeled. Okay, and so it's going to end up looking like this here. But you're going to follow these directions, and on this we have the little rows labeled. I think once you start, it's going to feel a little bit clearer. So what you're going to do anytime you have watercolor, and that's just a pinch too much water. You want to just at least get the section like slightly wet. And you can kind of have fun with this. The blank squares, we don't actually really need to leave those blank on this because the original directions we're not following. We're just doing this sort of like color mixing thing. And here I'm gonna take blue, okay? And I'm gonna fill in, see how I'm gonna fill in the whole pizza pie? Yeah? So I'm going to fill in this whole area blue, and blue is a primary color, so I'm kind of done. That's not really that blue to me though, so I probably will come over and do another coat. But blue violet, I can start to come in and make my blue violet, right? And I'm just going to go just a little bit lighter in the blue violet and the violet section. Even though I have purple over here, I kind of want to challenge myself to mix my own purple. So what am I going to mix with blue to make purple? Red, okay? And also, here's the thing. You kind of want to experiment to see if you actually mix a different purple than what's the purple in this original watercolor tray. So that's a little bit of a challenge. So right now, it's like super red. So red is a powerful color because it just overtakes most of what the colors are. So now I've got a lot of blue, and this is where the challenge is, right? Okay. So now I'm trying to mix. This is where the challenge is, where I'm trying to mix like a blue violet. So I'm trying to mix a purple, and then I want it to be next to a blue violet. And as I'm doing this, I'm remembering this is actually one of the most challenging colors to mix because the purple is like a difficult one. So now I've got purple, finally, right? But now by comparison, this is very purple looking, and this middle one is not, it's definitely, there's no violet in it. So I'm gonna start to mix, maybe I'm just gonna pull over a little, and it's starting to get a little bit blue-violet. Now here's where I just want to experiment, and I kind of want to cheat a little. I kind of want it for my tertiary color. I just want to see like what happens if I add a little of the original purple. And it's what's kind of cool about that is I can see why maybe that it's like just hard to mix that original violet, but now that I'm mixing them all together like this, look at like the beautiful color variations I'm getting. And I'm not even gonna blend this so that it looks like all one color, because I actually wanna see this little bleeding in here. I wanna see that you're really doing some experimentation with your color. And I'm gonna come back over here with the blue, and I kind of like these little brush strokes on the edge. So I'm gonna kind of experiment with that. And as I'm doing this, I can also use the edge of my paper to like practice mixing and be like, oh, well, how do I get that purple? Okay, and I wanna see lots of this. Like what happens when I add the stock purple? What happens when I add this? Like How do they mix together, okay? Then, when you're ready, there was a thinner brush. Where's the thinner? There it is. When you're ready, and you're ready to follow these directions right here, so rows 1 and 2, you're gonna leave blank, but then row 3, okay, so row 1, 2, 3, you're going to, at the end, after you fill in all the pieces of the pie, at the end, you're gonna come back in and you will really lightly, using water, you will add, the first step is in row 3 to add red. So 1, 2, 3, and you'll add red right here. So I'm just gonna make sure my rows were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? I should have 7 rows. Okay. So 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got, oh, this is the first row. 1, 2, 3, like that? I think so. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So in this third row right here, and I'm just going to get a little of the paint off because I don't want to cover it up. I actually want to see what it looks like when I just add it over the top. So that's maybe just a little bit too much, but, and that's the nice thing about watercolors. Yeah, okay, but this, I'm adding this one when it's wet. So you guys are gonna actually add the rows and it'll go all the way around when it's dry, okay? So this is how we're gonna do this. So go have some fun with it.